Yes, yes, yes. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's do this right. Mr. Saylee here, working with what I got. We're going to do this the right way. I want to welcome everybody in. Second time on TikTok. We've been doing this for a while, off of TikTok. But we still going to bring this to TikTok on that end because I feel there's someone on here that needs this message. Not even with what happened
It's
today.
7:30.
Don't worry about Siri on that and give me the time. That's for work. Don't worry about that. So let's start it off like this. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. Right there. That's the thing. I'm telling you. Watch how it develops. Don't even worry about that. We got every week we're gonna have something great to speak about. This is something that I love. So this is something I want to let individuals know this too. I am a real counselor in real life. So when I'm bringing my information, it's more than some educational backing on it. It's more than that. I'm looking to bring information that individuals may need to get to the next level. It's not no one-line thing that I'm working on, no. It's what somebody else can use. Take from this, whatever, a piece, a whole show, whatever. Take from it what you need. So what we're talking about today, I didn't put it in the title, the heading. I'm in a new area. I'm not in the living room, I'm in the room. But like I said, however I'm coming to you guys, that's how I'm going to come. I'm working on the hair too. I'm gonna get that. We're going to get that tightened up. Birthday this month, so I'm very charged. So guys, what we're talking about today, a few things. I'll be talking about it this week with my clients as well too. What are you doing to bring your greatness to the front of your life? Last week was more of an intro on TikTok. This week, what are you doing to bring your greatness? You know that you need to be it doesn't even have nothing to do with social media. You can be taking care of your children, in a better way. Like, dang, I can be a better parent. I can be a better sibling. I can be this. It don't have nothing to do with social media. Please don't think that. Greatness can be you starting your own business. Also, too, let me start off with this because if you go to my profile, you see it says expressing and teaching self-love. That's it. That's my only goal. So that is the main part of your own greatness. Can you actually love you? That's so powerful on that end too. Why is it powerful? Because it ain't taught in school. Colleges, wherever your master's program. And I do have my master's, but it's not about that. We in a world really right now where they're not teaching you, because I'm here too, they're not teaching you how to really love self. Oh, you need this. Especially being here in America. You're in a conveyor belt lifestyle. You can't get above or get out of, let's say, I would say the rat race. I'm not saying what's coming or I'm going to predict the future or all this. No. But if you're working at a job that you don't like, you're in a bad situation. Use what's going on now, the political climate in the world, whatever's happening. If you see what's going on with that China situation too, everything's getting exposed. And it needs to be. I'm happy for that. That's good. That's very, very good. Because now you realize, like, dang, individuals were using these material things. They thought they were better than me. No, you didn't buy one of those things, but you're still at that particular level. It's not about the things don't make you. I had an OG tell me, it was like, hey, man, None of these things make you, man. You make the things. It's how you put it on. So that's the loving of self and bringing that greatness to the forefront. What can you do that you know, hold on, man, I'm sleeping on myself. Don't sleep on yourself. You know you might be sleeping on are you sleeping on yourself? Playing yourself? Another thing I have in there, playing small. People been talking about it. It's only right that I speak on it. Stop playing small. You scared to shine because your friends ain't, because your parents, they played small their whole life, so you have to as well too? No. And I'm actually looking for individuals not to like what I'm doing. That lets me know, like, hey, dang, man, I may be doing something. Because I want everybody to understand this real quickly. If you like what you're doing, it's not important what somebody else enjoys or what they like. I want to give you guys that truth right there. If your whole world changes when you like what you're doing, let me say that again. Your whole world changes when you like what you're doing, and it's elevating you. It's bringing your greatness, like I was saying, to the forefront, to the front of your life. What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice the likes? I know individuals be talking about, oh man, my post don't have these many views or this many likes. So who cares? If you like what you putting up, it doesn't matter if somebody else likes it or they're viewing it or not. That right there. If you make sure that you like what you're doing, so it doesn't matter what somebody else has to say against it. Or even, like, let's say some individuals, they like what I do or they support it. That's good too. But that's not why I'm doing it. You supporting and you like it, but that's good. That's good that you support it. If you like it or you hate it, that's good. The thing is, my own greatness, why I'm even on TikTok. You know, I was doing it on IG, and if I'm still posting these things on IG and Facebook or whatever on that end too, I'm still doing that because there's a message that I have to get out. It's on my heart. It's like, dang, Mr. Saylee, you got something that you want to share? Yes. You can see it in my description in the bio. It's self-love because I don't see it. I grew up in the American society. I grew up here. I seen it. They didn't teach self-love. I maybe had one teacher. Shout out to Miss Welch. Even this is in middle school. She was saying, "Oh, Daniel, I see you. You're an actor. You can be an actor," and that's good for her. But it was something good. People don't speak life into you anymore. Not saying that no one doesn't. No. But the thing is, you have to speak life into yourself. If you wasn't growing up in a household where that was going on, or if you raised it in an environment, the streets, the hoods, the projects, there a lot of times a lot of haters. It's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. So it's like, okay, I got all this greatness. People don't like that when you're great. Sometimes you may have to be alone. Like right now, I mean, I'm in LA and Cali, whatever, but I'm alone because I know sometimes people are like, hold on, man, that light is a little bit too bright. And you have people try to down it to make sure, like, hold on, man, you ain't as great as you say you are. I am. And it's because of how I'm saying it. So I need individuals to realize this. Place the value on yourself. Don't allow society to place it on you. You have to place the value within your own world to be able to shine it out. Let's say you're a light bulb and you ain't even turned on the light yet. For fear, we're gonna talk about that as well too a little bit for the sake of fear. It's like, dang, man, I'm scared to shine. What would the people think? What would the people say? And I know this, you got to work on this. It's just like I was talked about in the last live too. When it comes onto self-love, I'm not saying it like, oh man, you get it today. Work on it today. I'm not saying you're going to be a master at it. No one starts off as a master. You got to work on this. Sometimes I see posts of my old Facebook page posts, they show the memories on it. And like, dang, I was thinking like that 10 years ago. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really about this. And then you start thinking to yourself, you're like, dang, I really am that. It's not just something that's random. It didn't just come overnight. I actually been putting years, decades now, I can say. Decades in. Like, dang, son, you've been doing this for decades. You've been speaking this on for decades. I was talking to my nephew the other day. Shout out to Nine. Shout out to Nine making music. And we were talking about the type of music people make. And I was like, my music has only been about, let's say, about elevation. But that's my whole personality. It's about lifting somebody else up. What you got going on. Let me inspire what you have. Let me bring it out. I remember there's so many people that I ain't going to say too many more names. But I seen their greatness. And I'm like, come on, do this, try this out. You do this, you're good here. You say, but see, sometimes people be afraid, like, dang, what are the people gonna say to me? What if I'm not good? To who? You gotta make sure you're good to you first. Because I'm looking over here at my notes, but like I said in the last live, this is raw for me. So some things that I'm speaking on, they may not be in the notes. When it comes to, self-love, I want to do this for the rest of my life here. It may not be on TikTok, but this is one of the most important things on the planet right now. Because I see so much how individuals, there's a lot of doubt. Sometimes individuals doubt themselves, like, dang. But it's because of how you were raised. I'll say we, because I'm in here too. I don't want individuals like, oh, no, Mr. Saylee, you was raised in the perfect house, so you have to. No. I need individuals to realize this. If you were raised in a household where people were jealous of you, you would be afraid to speak on, you would be afraid even to speak your truth. You're like, dang, people not gonna, am I really even that good? Can I be me? That's something that's so powerful right now. This is why I really want to work with women and children. Not only them, but I'm just saying now mostly with them. Now, where I'm at right now as a counselor, I'm working with, youngest clients, and I told you guys about 18 adults. So it's 18, oldest client by 85. So the thing is, I'm working with, since for the last 3 years, mostly males. I know individuals say the women and children, say the women and children first. That's where I'm at. That's where I want to be. So enough about that. But just because of why I want to work with the women and children is because there are certain, not only here in America, but across the planet, they don't get as much representation as the men. And what I mean by that, the representation for them to be outspoken. It's like, oh, no, let the women be quiet, the children be quiet. But I'll be honest with you. You got children here that have more knowledge than you right now. They got more knowledge than you. People like, nah, he's a child, he's younger than me. But he got more information than you. That's the same thing how I be thinking. About myself, people like, oh, man, Saylee or however they call me. I'm older than you. But that don't mean nothing. You don't have the experience. And maybe you haven't been graced with the wisdom as well too. Some people just have it. Some people just have you. When you put that work in, then it goes to show, it's like, dang, why is this person really like this? Why is he being this way? Why does he speak with so much confidence or so much power? Because I worked on this, and I want to let everyone know. As we're talking about, what will it take for you to bring your greatness to the world? You gotta take that leap of faith. Or let me go further. The leap of knowing. Because that's where I'm at right now. Anywhere I'm at, I know I'm good, even if the whole world is against me. I don't care if it's 8 billion against me. I'm still like, hey, man, I got this. This is me. I love myself that much to where it's like, I don't care if my whole school, my whole old friends, old family, people I'm just meeting, and even if they ain't supporting. But as long as I got me, that's all that's needed. And I need individuals to know this. It's one of the most powerful things on the planet. On how to bring that greatness out is when you're believing in yourself. When you are loving yourself. You can do it right. I said at the end of the last live, but it's not about that last live. Go into the mirror, before bed and in the morning. Tell yourself that you love you. Okay, man. It's something real simple. Like, I love what you did today. Your day was perfect. I love what you are bringing into this world. I love who you are. Even if it was an egg, man. Even if you fell short a little bit. Even if it's like, dang, man, I didn't really do as much as I could. But you can still show yourself that amount of love because it's valuable. Not just saying this just because. And another thing I want to bring in too. Sometimes you have to, what they say, fake it until you make it. Sometimes if you come from a battered home, it's going to be tough to even look in your eyes. When I look at people up and down the street, man, I'm looking in your eyes like, what's up? I'm looking at you. Because, I got to see if you're afraid of even you. Or do you have what it takes to bring yourself, to the world? It's like, damn, some individuals like, man, so you know what? I'm afraid to even face myself. And that's a cool situation. But you don't have to be stuck there. Don't be stuck there. I want to go into next. We're talking about love and fear. We're not going to get biblical on this end. But I want individuals to know how much that the fear and love is connected with the heaven and hell. Where are you living? Can you walk outside of your home? Can you speak with your parents? If you still have to, can you speak with your cousin or whoever in your family or a stranger with confidence, knowing like, hey, man, I got so much love for me. You got to see this. You got to experience this. Because if not, I'll be afraid to go outside, or I'll be afraid to tell some people their own truth about what really matters to them. Anyone that I usually meet, around the planet, or, here in LA, it's like, man, shoot, let me give you that time. Let me see what's actually there. When I mean by what's there, let me see what you have to offer. See, for me, there's a lot of people that have a lot of greatness, but they're afraid to release it. For reasons, there's probably tons and tons of reasons on why not. But the thing is, another way too. You can be even in your own community, playing small. Why am I actually playing small? It's because I don't really believe in myself as much. And now think about someone feeling like they don't have nothing to offer to the world. You being born onto this planet or wherever, and you don't feel like you have enough information, even if you didn't go to school, any of that stuff, your presence alone should be enough to offer, to the planet. Even when it comes to, I want to say this really quickly. Even when it comes to the amount of money you have, because I know everyone's talking about money now, money this, money that. That's cool. Talk about it. But make sure that whether you have $1 billion or you have 0, that you're still the same person. You still don't change. I love me so much to where it comes to a point, I love to be judged. I actually really love it. It's like when people feel you can do something for them or you can't do anything for them. It's a beautiful situation because you can find out who is who. You really see, like, how do individuals treat people. I talked on the last life, and I'll bring it up here too. I remember being homeless. I just remember, how certain individuals looked at me with disgust. It's like, dang, they don't even want to say good morning. They don't even want to say, hello, man, how you doing? It's just like, you're really, really beneath me. And imagine not being at that level, but individuals still seeing you that way. This is you having a house, cars, and whatever, and people still looking at you that way. That has an effect on individuals. But for me, it was a lesson. I turned it into an experience or an experiment. I'm like, man, let me see. Let me use this situation. Let me use this homelessness to really check and see how individuals going to view me. Who's going to turn away from me? Who's not going to be, by my side? Who's not going to be, as I'm looking at this in my room, who's not going to be that helping hand to pull you up out of that situation? Sometimes you got to be stuck in that situation to see who's really around you, who really got you. It's not about who can give me money for this. No, it's not about that. Sometimes I just may need a word. It's like, hey, man, I'm just saying, I'm proud of what you're doing. Or, man, I know you're struggling right now. I don't really have it really right now, but I want you to just keep going. I need you to keep at it. You got something. You don't even have to say, oh, man, you got something special to offer. Just say, keep going. Don't give up. You're not there forever. And that's sometimes what people need. It's like, oh, man, you're not there forever. So you have to realize that too. Am I in a position that I'm not only am I playing small, but that I need some of the telling certain people you need to go through some of these difficulties. That's why I shout out to Young Thug. He was like, man, you need to lose. I love it. It's come perfectly. You need to lose. You need to live in your car. You need to live on the pavement. You need to sleep in the college bathroom. You need to do some of these things to really show if you got what it takes. Or you just gonna fold like, man, nah, this situation is too much. I know individuals always say, man, God won't place on you more than what you can handle. Well, then why are you complaining? If you believing in the scriptures or whatever, all that stuff, He can't put more on me than I can bear or I can handle. Well, then, where is the love of the situation? You're supposed to be thanking even for the difficulties. Now, I'm not telling everyone to do this. This is something you got to work. I'm going to be honest with everyone. I worked on this. When you have sometimes, there were certain situations, all I had was, God. We got about 20 minutes left. All I had was God. And I'm going to say it like this. I'm not pointing to no sky, and I'm saying it like this. If you go into the scriptures, the temple says, the scriptures, the Bible says you are the temple. The Spirit dwelleth within. So he's always with me. So even if I have one person, which is me, that's more than enough. I don't need no stadium full. All I need is one. So I need everyone to realize this. If you've been abandoned, if you had people turn against you, or if you feel like, oh man, I didn't really get that job that I wanted. Maybe it wasn't for you. I'm be real. Maybe that position wasn't for you. There was something I posted on. It was on the notes on IG. You gotta go into that mindset where I think Future has said it. He has a song like "You're never gonna lose." Imagine having that mindset, like regardless of anything that I'm in, I can't lose. That's powerful. Very, very powerful. Meaning you can be in a shelter, you can be living in your car, or you can be slaying on the street. You can be at a family member's house. But you never gonna lose? Hold on. Sorry, they had this I got the timer on, so it'd be like, hold on, so I make sure that I'm not on too long. But yeah, you're in a situation where you can never lose. You gotta get that mindset. Work on it, man. I can never lose. I can never lose. And for the Safe Space Saylee Show, we're gonna have some individuals come up, but I may have a few where I just need to come in. I need to drop some information that maybe someone needs to hear. Maybe it's a minute or something. Don't be surprised on what will take you to your next level. But then also you got to get to a point. Turn off the social media, man. Get out there in life. Do something else. Now, if you know this is being an inspiration for you, for the TikTok or IG, Facebook, whatever, then use it. Use it and go make a move. Don't just be endlessly, oh man, I'm on the social media, on this, but I'm not doing anything with it. Do something with it. Play that card. Let me see what we on. I said at least 30 minutes, but we go. The only reason I want to do at least maybe 45, but the only reason because when I did the last live, it was about an hour and it cut a little bit too much. I was like, man, it was a little bit more difficult to post up, so we're going to cut it down, like that. And I want to let individuals know, even with me too, I know you guys see the MS thing that's on there. Yeah, I'm dealing with that, but that don't stop nothing. So whether I'm walking with a cane or a scooter or a walker, whatever it is, I can't be stopped. I told people, my boy P, my boy E, I told them I am the unbreakable and I am the unstoppable. So then what else is left? I'm good everywhere. East Coast, West Coast, and then a whole nother coast, a whole nother continent soon. Working on a few visas right now. I ain't gonna let nothing, man. I'm telling you, I ain't letting nothing stop. Nothing, no one, nowhere can stop anything I got going on. So once again, stop playing small. Stop playing small. If you know you a 100-foot giant and you playing like you 4 feet and you supposed to be a 100-foot giant, get out of here, please, please. So remember this. And I want individuals to go onto my page and to see that heaven and hell. Remember, at the bottom was that fear, and at the top was that freedom, the love and the joy and peace and all that good stuff too. Remember, where are you actually living? Some individuals living in hell. Guilt, fear. You living there, you put yourself there. And why I'm saying you put yourself in there, I don't care if a family member was talking down and talking bad. You can get away. People like, man, how I'm going to survive? How I'm going to do this? Figure it out. Being too dependent upon someone who's talking down upon you? No. But see, this is another thing I want individuals to learn. You don't have to be stuck in the situations. We're going to talk about some relationships too. We're not down. Well, I'm going to make sure we get on it. Because I know some ladies or men too, they be, man, I'm afraid to get out of this relationship. What can I really do to really remove myself? Sometimes it's a situation, it's just leave. Sometimes don't even pack up. Don't even pack up anything. You make it like a regular day. Yeah, I'm going to work today, I'm coming home. But then I just will never be back. And be just like that. Like, dang. I remember one day she was there, then the next day she was gone or he was gone. And it just be like that. It's 8 o'clock. Shout out to 8 o'clock. Shout out to everybody showing their love too and just coming in and, gracing the live with their presence. I appreciate that. I always do. Let's see. There's another thing. Oh yeah, there's another thing. So I got to start by this one. How are you changing? I'm thinking about for the spring and for the summer. I know individuals getting ready. How are you changing? I'm not talking about the hairstyle. Maybe that's what you need to change. I'm doing something a little different. But yeah, maybe that's how are you changing? Everybody say, yeah, this is my year, 2025. I don't want to hear that. Oh man, I'm doing 2025. Do something different. Do something new. Can you surprise yourself? Shock yourself. This spring or this summer as well too. What are you actually doing? You in a cycle where it's like, okay, I gotta pay these bills, I gotta do that. Can you just, I was even afraid too in this situation, then just walking out of a job or just doing this. No one wants to do it because it's a safety net. How about this? Forget that safety net. I'm not telling anyone to abandon their situation. But let's say if you did that, it'll move you into the freest moment that you've ever been in your life. Like, dang, this job was holding me down. Dang, this person was holding me down. I really couldn't elevate because I had the weight of this job or the weight of this person or the weight of this family or the weight of this, substance. Because I'm a chemical dependency counselor too. So, guys, we have to understand. Sometimes these substances that you're using, whether it's alcohol, I know people love that. Weed or whatever. Sometimes that stuff holding you down. Now, if it's elevating you, hey, man, be my guest. But if it's draining you, throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash. Deal with yourself for about at least, 2 weeks. Can you deal with who you are for 2 weeks? The rawness of self. I mean, when I was speaking with one of my brothers, he was like, man, I need this. He's talking about weed. But you got to understand, if you need a certain substance that's outside of you, that's almost like a prison as well too. Because it's like, if you feel you can't be you without a certain substance, then you're really looking at yourself in that substance as one and the same. So it gets to a point to where you can't really be who you actually are, because in your mind you feel like, oh man, I need this to feel this. Individuals are struggling in life and they trying to escape. you're like, man, life is tough, life is hard, so I need this drink, or I need this weed, or I need this to kind of pull me up out of it. How about deal with the raw life? Deal with the raw life. And I know it's a little bit, it can be a bit tough for folks too. Like, oh man, I can't really deal with the rawness of it. Mr. Saylee, it's tough. But you got to look at the individuals who have reached success. And I'm talking about more than finances. What did they have to do? They had to sacrifice. Can you stop dealing with a certain person, or dealing with a certain substance, or dealing with a certain situation to get to another level that you've never experienced, that you've never been at? You have to look at yourself like that. What am I willing to do? Like for me, when it comes, I just knew I wanted to be in LA. I knew I wanted to be there. And no one was going to stop it. I laughed at the face of homelessness. I was laughing at the face. Thinking homelessness, what? I'm the unbreakable, the unstoppable. You think homelessness is going to stop me? So don't let a difficult situation stop you guys from getting what you need. People like, man, how did you do this? How did you do this? How you get in this situation? Turn nothing to something. And you have to be good at it. So hold on, we about to close in a bit. I want to let some individuals know. So once again, check the page. I got the emotions chart there. Anyone who's coming into the live or you seeing it, your whole life is there. And if you want to see your whole life, go onto the page. Whether you like it or you view it, doesn't actually matter. I've already seen it, and it did its work on me. You see that emotions chart? I haven't seen, there's probably 1,000 other ones, but I haven't seen that exact one yet. This emotion chart, you talk about the fear, the guilt, calmness, anger, and peace, love, joy. The whole emotions chart. You're there. You are there. And there's no escape. I don't care if you, to my parents, to strangers, to people I just meet. I look at them now. I look at everyone differently. I'm like, dang. This person's struggling. You can see someone putting on a fake smile. And like, dang. You don't even really love you. That's a tough world to be in. It is. Like, dang. You're going through this whole life and not even liking anything that you do. That's tough. That's why I made it my goal to express and teach this self-love. And it's very important. Self-love will have you in Australia. You'll be like, dang, hold on, man. I thought America was just this and all that. What if your best life was in Australia and you never make it there? Dang. Get out of your small town, that country town. Let me relax. Sometimes you gotta relocate. Sometimes that's what you have to do. We closing in a bit. We about to close soon. We got about 7 more minutes. So there's something else that I want to. I addressed everything, but guys, I can go on this for 8 hours. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And I want to say this too. There's a few notes as I look back. I was like, sometimes individuals, when I'm saying it's okay, love yourself. Sometimes you just here to support someone else too. Can you not be a hater? You gotta learn on that as well too. That's when you don't like yourself as much, you start to hate the people that's around you. Hate the success. I'm excited for all the people who do great things, whether they're in my family or not. Do great things. That's your life. Do great things. Do the stuff that works for you. And I know I'll be on folks' podcasts or shows or whatever. And I want to say this too: everyone don't need a podcast or a show. You don't. Everybody thinking starting this podcast is gonna change your life or do that. You don't need one. You don't need one. So I will be doing a short segment, and it's gonna be real short, probably like a minute. Cause the thing about it is, I want to say it. I used to say this to this one girl. The thing about it is, hold on. No, seriously, so. But I want to let everyone know this before. I needed to throw that in there. So let's recap a little bit. So, what are you doing to bring greatness to your life? A lot of people are not doing what they want to do. They're doing what somebody else told them, to do, and then you're not happy. Your parents told you to do this. You ain't happy with it. I don't have any children. I do want one son. But I would definitely teach them like, hey man, you gotta be free. Even if it's from me, you need to have this set up. So stop playing small as well too. You in your group, you were the star in your family, or at your school, but you played small. And I want individuals to think on this too. You have to be at a level to where the whole world's ready to go against you, but you still choosing you. Be that. Be that. And I want to... so just thank for everybody stopping by, seeing what was going on. We're gonna keep this going for as long as we can, and I'm gonna keep on doing what I do best, and that's helping individuals, at least with the knowledge to like, okay, man, are you loving yourself? I don't care the position that you're in. Are you actually doing it? I don't care if you're in India. I don't care if you're in Africa. I don't care if you're in North Carolina. Shout out North Carolina. North Carolina. Shout out. Shout out to the world, man. I don't care if you're in China too. Shout out to them. So, yeah, we're approaching our end. We're approaching our end. So we're going to do it like that. Once again, Mr. Saylee checking in. Live from LA. Yeah, people like, oh man, Mr. Saylee, you in LA? What? I thought I seen you when you was doing this. You probably did. And then you probably didn't. So let me go and close it like this. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. All right, everyone, please take care of yourself. Make sure that you're loving yourself before you're loving anything else. All right, guys, peace out.